Now, I don't know who, but somebody at LEGO needs to hear this. This isn't working. It's been almost 2.5 decades since the first release of the droideka, and somehow they've only gotten worse as time has progressed. 2.5 decades, and they still have yet to release a brick-built destroyer droid that actually looks halfway decent. They've all been either too chubby, too tall, or just plain stupid looking. 2002 is really the only one that gets a passing grade, and that's just sad. I was looking at custom destroyer droids the other day, trying to see if I couldn't find a design that could fill the void that LEGO has left when it comes to a good-looking model. And it was upon looking at BrickVault's model that I realized the only way that LEGO is fixing this problem is by making a custom destroyer droid mold. Now, I know that sounds like a diss on BrickVault, but I promise it isn't. If you just give me a couple of minutes to explain my thought process, it'll all make sense. You see, there is a pretty decent supply of designs out there that actually look pretty darn good. Some of them even coming from designers whom I admire and have a great deal of respect for. However, among these designs, they all share a couple of attributes. Number 1, illegal building techniques, or techniques that the LEGO Group would never endorse. Now, I don't see a problem with using illegal building techniques in a mock. I personally like to shy away from them when I'm designing my mocks, but it's all personal preference. However, LEGO, the company, would never allow any of these techniques in their sets. Therefore, any illegal techniques that are used to get these destroyer droids looking good are automatically a no-go for an official LEGO destroyer droid. Secondly, you can tell that a lot of these destroyer droids are quite a bit more fragile, especially in certain areas, and if you just want one of these for display, then clearly not too much of an issue, but for a LEGO set, that would be a serious issue. In short, pretty much all the designs that actually do look good are ones that LEGO themselves wouldn't allow a release of. And that brings me to BrickVault. BrickVault has a very good reputation as far as custom LEGO designs are concerned. I personally have never purchased anything from them, so I can't speak to their customer service at all. However, I do know that all of their designs are frankly absolutely incredible. They have a very high standard, and though they may not be opposed to illegal building techniques, they certainly do take the structural integrity of their designs seriously. To me, that means that while any one of their models may be a little bit more fragile than your average LEGO set, they're still not going to be sacrificing structural integrity for aesthetics. Again, some of the details might be more fragile in certain areas, but they're not going to release something that falls apart when you try to use its functions. And BrickVault's Destroyer Droid, while it's certainly not atrocious or anything, still doesn't quite stack up to their other models. There are some areas of this design that, quite frankly, just look a little bit weird. They very much didn't sacrifice structural integrity for aesthetics. And that is very much not a knock against BrickVault. It's a testament to the fact that if even BrickVault couldn't produce a destroyer droid that was both structurally stable and looked perfect, then what hope does the LEGO Group have of doing the same? None. The answer is none. They need to stop trying to make these brick-built destroyer droids work, because they're not going to. LEGO, it is time to let the droideka join the ranks of the other Separatist droids and give it its own special molds. Use 2 or 3 different molds to make it work, it's time to give up on trying to use only existing pieces. Thank you for listening to my rant. If you want to listen to another rant, you can click on an in-screen video right now, and if you don't, then that's okay too.